Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's been a long time since I've done a video, so please accept my apologies for that. Been a busy time with Christmas and traveling about and family and stuff. But anyway, it's time to give an important update where things are in the market, general update, and working out where things are going. So first of all, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm giving my opinions, what I see as most likely scenarios. You guys choose what you want to do with this information. So please do like and subscribe as well, and you can join our Telegram group. The link should be down below in the description. Yeah, so let's start with the Dow Jones, because the Dow Jones really is the mother of all markets, and a lot depends on it. So right now the market just opened with a big red candle, 1.25% down. I was kind of expecting that because I'm looking at what's a reasonable scenario on the cards. So we've got this date of the Fed meeting. The next Fed meeting, I think, is 15th of March, where they would most likely, it seems, increase interest rates, and they're going to have to do that because of inflation. So we can expect that this time is going to, if they do increase interest rates, everything's going to come down, and things are lining up that way, especially on sort of the Dow Jones. What I'm thinking right now is what we have on the cards looks to me like possible scenario. I have to get my shoulders right. So what I'm thinking is we've got a left shoulder. Okay, I'll just fix that. Okay, we've got our left shoulder, we've got our head. I'm expecting probably a move down, and then right shoulder, and we can expect a big move down here. So it's kind of lining up with 15th of March chart wise. Now if we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's in a similar sort of state. Let me go to the daily to better understand. So we can see here exactly the same kind of structure. Left shoulder, head with the marginal high. We're coming down right now. I think we're going to come down to the 29,000 range, and then we'll have this losers rally for the right shoulder. It could even go up to here, 50 yard. It could be a small right shoulder, but let's say 50% roughly, and then a collapse around 15th of March where we come down. Now when I say collapse, I'm not talking so one thing everyone needs to understand is right now we're still in the bull market. Until we have a new low or something like this one is breached around 3,700. This is the macro chart, yeah. Until this is breached or we have a new low, we are still in a long-term bull market. However, what can happen here is a short-term bearish move or bearish trend. So keep that in mind. So what I'm expecting, if this head and shoulders plays out between now and then, is just have a look at the projection tool, what we have going on. Okay, yeah. So that would, according to projection tool, around 12,000. Personally, I would put my odds on a 50% retrace, which is to here, the 50% Fibonacci level, around $14,800, $15,000. That would make a lot of sense. So we would have an aggressive move up, 50% retracement, and then some continuation to the upside towards 120,000 odd, in my mind. So I've also marked here the end of the year, this year, 2022, because again, we're taking a very long-term perspective here. So what could we expect? Okay, we can expect, so if we came down to 50,000, let's say somewhere around here. Okay, so we would then have room to go up to where I was where I'm estimating to be around 120,000. So this is the sort of idea I have in my mind, matching with Dow Jones. Let me just pick the right tool. Forgive me 1 second. So the idea is now Bitcoin comes down a little bit, forms the neckline. From now to 15th of March, it goes up. It can go up slow, it can go up to here, it can go up to here, could be more aggressive. We come down 15th of March, interest rates are announced, stocks crash, Bitcoin crash, crypto crash, 15,000 maybe, okay, and then we start to move up towards the end of the year, and then we see what happens after that. So I'm looking at a high of 120,000. Also, we must acknowledge the Dixie, the US dollar. Okay, so we're looking at the long-term trend here. So we have a bullish continuation pattern that's pretty much developed since 2016 till now. We can see our highs. We can see it. Elliott wave setup. 0, A, B, C. It's working on D. Okay. I'm going to mark this for maybe here. Okay. So I should mark it. Forgive me, guys. Yeah, I'll explain why now. Okay, what's in my mind. So this is the big perspective on the dollar. It's bullish, and keep in mind one thing. Right now, we go to what's happening more recently. We go to the 4-hour for a second. Okay, I believe we've got a bullish continuation pattern forming. So now, whilst the stocks go down to form the neckline, and the Bitcoin comes down, we go up with the dollar. Okay, hits the neckline on Bitcoin and Dow Jones. So then stocks and Bitcoin start to go up to form the right shoulder. The Dow Jones comes down. Sorry, the dollar comes down. Okay, and then slight move up. Last move up, 15th of March, lined up precisely for a big move up, a break from this sort of a break up to form. Let me go back to the bigger picture. Second. Okay, to form a high, a lower high. Okay, and then as Bitcoin rallies up to 120k towards the end of the year, this sort of thing, I expect the dollar to come down slightly, and then let's say 2022 January, regulations in crypto, some hard things going on in the market. Can expect the bull break, the real bull break on the dollar to happen here, where we can see it go up substantially, let's say over the next 12 months, 2 years, 2025. So I'm really looking at a macro perspective here, because that's the most accurate way to look at things in the current scenario. Now, if we look at data streamer, which is the coin which I've been mainly following, please ignore all the lines on the drawing right now. This is just some personal stuff I do. Actually, I'll explain to you. So my target on data is actually $34, and this Fibonacci setup here is all based on $34, every line you see. So I'm convinced still about $34, but how long it takes to get there is going to be a different story to what I was thinking before, most likely. So on data streamer, we can see we had our high and our low. We had our 2-2, and we were expecting a 3-3, and it wasn't going to go below 7, around 0.07. It did with Bitcoin. We have a new higher low, number 2, so I'll just mark that out so you can follow. So we have our high, low, 1, 1, 2. Now we have a new number 2. Okay, New number 2 is here right now. It's not finished. I do believe there is a chance, based on my cheat sheet, let's say I've got Fibonacci here, that we can go down as low as 0.05 0.05510 thereabouts, which would make sense to me, because that would be the last golden level for it to remain bullish, to have further continuation. So the last bounce 2 days ago was exactly on the 50%. Remember, all these lines here are based on the $34 target. So miraculously it bounced pretty much exactly on the 50%. So I also think that I'm making sense to myself in my targets based on real maths and real things which are happening here. So I think we've still got a bit of time over the next few days, maybe today, tomorrow, or the day after, even this week, where we have this final move down on data, which coincides with Bitcoin going to 29,000 and the Dow Jones also coming down to the neckline, and the dollar going up. So we could expect, let's say this. Now, it doesn't have to happen. This can stop here. It can go up from here. That's true. But I'm just working out in my mind what are the most likely scenarios. And a lot of it is to do with the dollar, Dow Jones, and Bitcoin, and trying to plot that into where data is right now. So if we've got our 1122 on data, right, and we know the mainnet launch is the end of this month, so very soon. I would bet myself right now that data is going to make a significant move up. Okay, I think somewhere in the region between around here, 21 cents to possibly 25 cents, and it's even possible a bit higher, 27 maybe, to form a new higher lower high number 2 is possible. Okay, because these are, I know we're looking at the data chart, but these are looking quite close together compared to the others, but it's difficult to say. Now, if data makes the move that I'm thinking of, one second guys, if data, so it comes down to here the next couple of days or week, whatever we say, makes its mainnet launches somewhere end of the month, makes a big move up, okay, makes a new lower high. So we've got our number 3. Okay, it now has room to fall back down again, wherever this low high might be. I'm thinking between, like I said, between the sort of I'd say between 20 cents and 25 cents I would put my money on as where it could be. So let's say somewhere here. Okay, so data has a parabolic move up to here. We've got regulations on the 15th of March. Okay, so this is correlated with Bitcoin's right shoulder, Bitcoin going up, and the right shoulder, and also the Dow Jones going up. Right, so we have our lower high number 2. Now this move will be much more significant than the move on Bitcoin, obviously. Percentage gains wise, we would be talking somewhere around 300% from where we are right now. Okay, so it will be a strong move. Again, mainnet launch, a lot going on with data, so things, you know, will happen, I believe, and then we can expect, I believe, because it's made that move up, it gives it room. So when the stocks crash, when they raise interest rates on the 15th of March, gives it room for 70+% retracement if necessary, if that's what happens. See, my analytics is that if Bitcoin's going to go down for 50% retrace to around 14,800, we have to try and work out, okay, from the right shoulder, wherever it may be, let's take some midpoint here. Okay, 50% retracement, we're talking about 73%, right? So and that's given room now for data to fall down 70-odd%, okay, and continue its bullish continuation pattern. Now, again, this is probabilities. This is what I'm seeing as the most likely scenarios and what I'm going to try and follow. One thing's for sure, yes, it can break up from here. It can go to $34. I can be wrong completely, but my approach is, because I will wait for after the Fed meeting, so I'll try and sell my data at these levels, right? Worst case scenario, I'm wrong. If I buy back in above 32 cents when it's officially made a breakout, I'm happy. There's still a lot of upside potential possible with the targets I have in mind. So there's no issues there. I just need to, we need to safeguard our moves. We need to trade with caution. So if data comes back up to these regions, I'm very profitable on the trade overall. Most of my average buying price, and yours should be between 12 and 15 cents. So there's no issues at selling between 18 and 25. That's very good. Hopefully we've nailed it with the Fed meeting on the 15th. And then if it does come down to these regions, if we do have a 70% drop on Bitcoin to 14,000 and data comes down to these regions again, I will be able to, I would have more firepower, let's say, in my bags, my fiat bags, to purchase more data coins, physical coins. So I'm happy with that. No issues at all. Just be wary, guys, in the market. So we're talking about data, Bitcoin, and Dow Jones and that, but there's a lot of coins out there which really could suffer, 80, 95% retracements, which will be fine, but you need to be psychologically prepared for that. One of the things I'm looking at the moment on XRP, for example, please forgive me 1 second. I do apologize in advance if my mic audio has been terrible. I'm in the office and there's a lot of people walking around outside, so bear with me. So on XRP, for example, we're looking at the big picture here. We're not looking at the Binance chart. We're looking at the Bitfinex. Okay, we've got our 1-1. Okay, really we're looking at the big picture. And we've got lower high, number 2. Okay, pretty much in. It's not the best. It's a bit far, but it's okay. Right. In my mind right now, with a 60-70% retracement on Bitcoin on the cards, let's say XRP comes up a little bit with the Bitcoin right shoulder, 75% retracement of XRP makes sense to me. I'm looking at that sort of level around 20 cents for higher low number 2, in my mind, a possibility. So I base these targets on a few things. It's not just random numbers. There's a lot of maths behind it, but I can't obviously share all that. But if we look at the Fibonacci setup based on a target of 20 cents, 0.20050, and we go into detail on the chart, and we go to say the 4 hours. Alright, so all of these Fibonacci levels, all of these lines, which you can see it perfectly trading between and making a lot of sense. Okay, you understand, you can see these things, is all based on that. It's all based on 20 cents. And it's not magic, it's maths, it's what's there in the charts. I am a big believer that a lot of the prices and what things happen in the markets is predetermined. So yeah, anyway, this has been a very long video. I apologize. I think I've talked quite fast. I hope you got the message that I'm trying to put across. So the main thing is Bitcoin 29,000 would be a place to, let's say, buy for a possible right shoulder going up to maybe around 50,000 before 15th of March. Be out of the market by 10th of March, and yeah, then we can expect a big move down across the board, unfortunately. Hopefully data survives and makes a big bull break on the Bitcoin right shoulder, so that we have room for later bullish continuation on it. Now if it does break below if it does break below 0.04800 ish, then everything's devaluated and things could get quite ugly, so keep that in mind. That's where my stop loss is, and let's see. Anyway, I wish the best for everyone. Thank you for your time, and please do subscribe to the channel, like the video, and join our trading view group if you're interested. Thank you very much. Have a great day.